Hi. Hi, everyone. I don't think there's anybody here yet, but hopefully there will be. It is time for my What Sold video. I come on every Sunday at 4 o'clock, and I'm usually very prompt. So I'm here. Just wait till a few people come in. I did go out today only to deliver eggs. I delivered eggs to the lady at the barn that uses my eggs all the time. But I didn't take them to the barn because there are people at the barn. And I took them, I called her first, and I told her I would come to her house and honk the horn. She's my age. Honk the horn, and then she could come out and get the eggs out of my trunk. And then we talked back and forth, of course, through the window. But yeah, I give her eggs. She gives me pierogies. This is her big pierogi making time. This time before Easter. She makes and sells a tremendous amount of pierogies. Her pierogies are wonderful. She makes all kinds. And today I think she is making the sauerkraut one, so I believe that's probably what I got. I like all kinds. Actually, I've never even tasted the ones with the prune ones. I just never even tasted them. So I think she makes those too, but I haven't had any of those yet. So I think these are sauerkraut. I'll have a couple for supper, along with something else I'll drum up. I pulled some frozen chicken drumsticks and things out of the freezer, and I'm defrosting them, and I'm going to go down and get my crock pot out of the basement and use my crock pot and make something, I don't know, some conglomeration, and then I'll divide it into several meals for me. The thing I found out about, the thing I just decided a while back about the crock pot is I only make chicken in it because I don't eat red meat. So, but anything I make, it always ends up because I cook it on the slow, there's slow and medium. I always cook it the longest. And everything ends up tasting sort of the same, is what I just don't like about it. But it's something to eat and easy. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll get it all ready to put in the crock pot tomorrow morning. So I'm sort of waiting until somebody comes in here before I start. I didn't count them, but I'm sure there's over a dozen eBay sales, and I think I have 4 or 5 Poshmark sales this week, which was an improvement from last week. So a little bit better, nothing to write home about, but at least it's something. I know I'm on. Where is everybody? I may have to start and just do this anyway. I will say the things that I was going to say at the end. I will say them here in the beginning instead. First thing I did today, before I went to deliver the eggs, I was out letting the chickens out into the yard. When I came back, there's only 2 steps to come up onto my deck, the little bit of deck I have so far. And I tripped and fell onto the deck and twisted my knee. I mean, I only fell a short distance, but it was enough to twist my knee. And it's the same knee that I hurt a few years back that I had to actually go to the ER and get an x-ray and everything. That was a really bad twist. And I thought I had broken something. And so did the ER. They x-rayed me twice because they thought for sure I had either chipped something they didn't see in the first x-ray or maybe fractured the top part of my tibia, because it was so painful, I can't tell you. They sent me home in a brace and I couldn't even come home by a car. They had to bring me home by ambulance. They brought me in by ambulance, or brought me in on a cart and plunked me down on the couch with a walker and this brace on. And there I was, just me and the dog. I didn't know how I was going to do anything, but I managed. And surprisingly enough, that horrible twist of my knee, it didn't take very long to heal up. That by the second day, I think I was already limping around without the walker. And it didn't take long before I was probably a week, and I was walking almost normally, which was a shock to me, because your knee, it's like your shoulder. Those 2 joints, your knee and your shoulder, very important. Your knee, no matter how you move, you don't realize it, but you're moving your knee all the time. And it's sort of the same way with your shoulder. No matter how you move your upper body, it's always you're moving your shoulder somehow. Those 2 injuries are very painful injuries. But anyway, I don't think anybody's coming today. I didn't send out a notice because I'm here. It's the same time every week, but evidently maybe I have to do that anyway. So I will start going with the things that sold and share my screen, and then we can talk about this panic in the grocery stores. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen with whoever comes in. Okay. The first thing I sold, this was last Sunday on the 8th, I sold on Poshmark, and it was this polo Ralph Lauren slim fit medium black and white check. It was a real lightweight shirt. It was a men's shirt, and it sold for $20. And out of the $20, I received $16 because Poshmark takes a flat 20%. Very easy to figure out on Poshmark. There's no hidden fees or anything. It's 20%. And the buyer pays shipping always on Poshmark. Unless you can offer to pay part of the shipping, but this was just the buyer pays shipping most of the time. And shipping now on Poshmark, anything under 5 pounds is $7.11. So they would have paid the $20 plus the shipping fee. So $27.11 that they would have paid. So let's see what the next thing is. Oh, that's not right because I clicked the wrong button. Okay, this is a Tony Hawk baseball cap. And somebody that was on here last Sunday, one of my watchers, Wendy, right after the YouTube video, she went on because I had such a bad week, and I probably was very upset. She went on and bought this baseball cap from me. It was free shipping, and she left a little note. Hope that brightened my day. So nice. You didn't really have to do that, Wendy, but what a nice thing to do. Thank you so much. It was a nice wool cap. You don't see the wool caps very often. It was a one size cap. It was a snapback. And that went to Woodbury Heights, New Jersey. That first polo shirt went to Pennsylvania, Macungie, Pennsylvania, and this went to Woodbury Heights, New Jersey. Thank you, Wendy. Hope I'm on the right clicker here. Okay, then I sold on eBay. I sold a set of 4 chicken little hen napkin holders, napkin rings they are. And I've had these for a long time. They were mine. And I was just going around the house seeing what things I could sell. And so I sold this set of 4. And they sold for $8.99 with $4 shipping. And they went to Littleton, Colorado, out in skiing country. Well, probably not. Well, maybe spring skiing is here. This scarf is part of a bundle. I sold a bundle on Poshmark. And this was part of it. The sheer flowered scarf. This had been one of mine that I had. And so I put it on Poshmark along with a few other scarves. And this sold along with this Paradigma Guinevere kimono. It's a Stitch Fix item. And it had an open front. It was a little kimono. And that sold for that was priced at $28. The scarf was $6. But then when somebody puts a bundle together of 2 or more items, they get 20% off. So what would have come to $34 came to $27.20. And out of that, I made $21.07 or 76 cents. So yes, it's fun getting those bundles to put together. So it went to Corydon, Iowa, that little bundle. So the next thing is an eBay item. And this is a Eddie Bauer, new with tags, Travex women's. This is a women's shirt. And it's very lightweight, green and white check. It was a 2 extra large, and it went to Temple City, California, and I accepted a best offer of $21 for that. I had several lowball offers on this shirt that I kept sending back a counter offer and nobody would take it. So somebody finally offered me $21 and I accepted it, and they paid shipping on that. So this was a Poshmark sale. I don't know. Yes, it was. Wrong slip here. This is a Poshmark sale. Hugo Boss Golf, size extra, extra large, a polo shirt. And that sold for $28. And I got $22.40 from that sale. And I don't have written down where this went to, but it sold on the 10th, which was Tuesday, last Tuesday. I don't know why I didn't write down where it went to. It doesn't print out on the slips here. Went somewhere. Okay, the next thing is a pair of Hydrant women's jeans. These are really junior size 7. I've had these for a long, long time because I think they're laying on my rug. And I certainly haven't done that since I really started. So I've had these forever. So that's why they are priced as low as they were. On sale, they were $14.44. They were only $16.96 to begin with. And then 15% off was $14.42, and they sold at that price. They paid $7.50 shipping, and she got a pair of jeans that those went to Comfort, Texas. And she paid shipping, priority shipping to get those to her. Next is another Poshmark. Another Poshmark sale. This is a J. Crew large V-neck long sleeve all merino wool. And I believe Bumblebee found this nice stock picture for me that I could use on Poshmark. I don't use the stock photos on eBay because they have a problem with you doing that. So now this just shows the style of the sweater. My sweater was this color, this coral color. And that's what I said in the listing. So my sweater sold at $24, and I received $19.20 for that sweater. Okay, this is an eBay sale. Lee Natural Fit women's brown denim pants. These are dark brown. Yeah, you can pretty much tell they're dark brown. And they're sort of a textured fabric. They weren't exactly like denim, but they were just below the waist pant, and those sold for sale price. Doesn't say on here sale, but that's because I'm looking at the wrong slip. They sold for $24.99, the regular price. I like when that happens. And they paid shipping to Kentucky. Now these are going through the global shipping program. And so I don't know yet where they're ending up because they haven't reached their destination yet. So I will be able to tell once they get to where they're going. I can run the tracking and see where they end up. But right now, last time I checked, they were still in Kentucky, about to be sent out somewhere. But that was a nice sale. And then this little cardigan cashmere sweater I just got on my very last trip to Goodwill. And I probably won't go back to Goodwill for a while till things lighten up here. So though that's sold for a offer to watchers I sent out for $29.77. There was only one watcher, but I sent it out anyway, and that one watcher bought it. So you never can tell, even if there's only one watcher, if you send out an offer, it, you know, I've had that happen before too, that, doesn't matter. And it went to Boston, Maine, this little sweater, for $29.77 plus shipping. Okay, here's a different item, a vintage fiddle bow bread knife. I had found this at Goodwill one time, and it had been on for a while, and it's sold for $14.99. I didn't have a best offer on that. I just put it on $14.99 with $5 shipping, and that's what they paid, $19.99 altogether. And that went to Sapphire, North Carolina. And next thing is Hart, Schaffner, and Marks. This is a men's silk and cotton blend short sleeve shirt in a size medium. And that's sold for the sale price of $18.39, and they paid shipping on that. Then we have this polo by Ralph Lauren women's knit top. It was a white top with little navy blue stripes through it, 3/4 sleeves, and it had that red, the red polo written on the front of it there. And that's sold for the regular or the sale price of $15.99, plus they paid shipping of $4.50 on that. And then I sold this pair of, they're called Blank NYC. It was a collaboration with Madewell. They're a pair of skinny jeans in a size 25, real little ones. And they sold for, what did they sell for? $27.99. The sale price of $27.99, and they paid shipping, and those went to Brooklyn, New York. And the last thing is this DVD. This was unopened, a Harrison Ford movie, K-19, The Widowmaker, sold for $6.99 with free shipping. Unless it's something spectacular, that is about what you can get for DVDs. And you have to put free shipping on because everybody else does. So, and they still take forever to sell. So unless you have, hundreds of DVDs to sell, you really don't make any money that's worth even having them on. But I did buy a few just to try them, and I have sold a very few, but they're not, by the time you pay the fees and everything, and it cost me probably $1. I don't remember paying only 50 cents for this. So, by the time you pay the fees and everything, you're not making enough for even it to be worthwhile. So that's it. That is what I sold. And I'll see if I can get back here. If I can remember how to do this. Here I am. Yeah, that's, how many were there? About 12 or so. eBay and 4 or 5 Poshmark. I didn't add up any numbers or anything. I don't want to get depressed. But I I did get a surprise check in the mail. This has nothing to do with reselling. But when I paid off my mortgage this past last month or whenever it was, I paid off my mortgage when the house in Florida finished selling. And I thought that I hadn't, when the property taxes came, I thought I hadn't paid them. So I sent in like the first half that I was supposed to send in. And here I had already paid it, and they sent me back. So I got a nice check in the mail for $900 and some. So yay. I mean, it's my money, but it was just a surprise to get it. It's nice when you get something when the sales are down. So, anybody doing anything different? I hope I'm showing up on here because there's nobody in the chat, which is sort of strange. I hope this is broadcasting. But I was going to say, I had told you I ordered things from Aldi to be delivered. That was yesterday. But there were a lot of things that they didn't send because they were out of. So I thought, well, I'm going to try ordering from Giant Eagle. And I will pick up because it's free pickup if you go there and pick up. I've done it before. And if you pay by credit card online, then they just bring it out and check your name on your credit card. They can do that through the window. And they load your trunk with the groceries. So, I mean, I don't need things delivered to my house. I can go pick them up. So that's free to do that at Giant Eagle. They used to charge when they first started it. I think you got 3 of them for free, and then you started to have to pay a fee. But now they stopped that. It's free for everybody all the time. And they have a much better assortment of things, of groceries. And Giant Eagle is expensive, but they have really good sales. And if you really keep track of what's on sale at Giant Eagle and just get things that are on sale that you need and shop that way, it's not bad. I mean, it's not real expensive if you get the sale items. So everybody is doing this, though, because usually if you order something, you can go and pick it up at least by the next day. There wasn't a slot open to drive to, you drive to the pickup window place till Wednesday, like at 3:30 or 4 o'clock. That was the first spot that was open. So for the next Monday and Tuesday and most of Wednesday was completely filled up with people picking things up. So that's what people are doing also. So what else was I I told you about my knee. I hurt my knee. It's feeling better. It's just twisted a little bit. It'll get better. But what is going on with this toilet paper? I just don't understand this. I think it's pretty hysterical myself. Nobody has toilet paper. I don't really need it. I have some, but I just, I was going to order a little bit of it if they had it, thinking that Giant Eagle certainly would have it. They didn't have it either. Their shelves are clear. No toilet paper. My daughter's roommate, not roommate. She owns the house with another girl, even though the girl doesn't live there anymore. She lives with her boyfriend, but her house, the one she bought the house with, I don't know what to call her. Deanna, her name is. She did find it somewhere, and she bought some, and she's going to bring it over to Michelle, because Michelle had like one roll of toilet paper left. My daughter is not one that thinks ahead and buys groceries. Every time she's going to make something, or every time she wants something, to eat, she has to run out to the grocery store. She needs to stock her kitchen, her pantry. When this whole thing blows over, I think I'll go over there and take her grocery shopping and stock her house, because it's ridiculous that she has to run out every single time. I mean, for the most basic things. So, I mean, people are so worried about toilet paper. Wouldn't you be more worried about food? Getting like canned food, staple items. There doesn't seem to be a run on that. There just seems to be a run on, and water is another thing. Why water? That's what they do in hurricanes. When the water, what do they think is going to happen to the water? I'm lucky I have a well, an artesian well of that. But I don't know. Down south, when they get a hurricane in Florida or whatever, that's what they run out to get. Water is a big thing. And okay, you can see that down there, because a lot of times the hurricanes and that, they will damage the sources of water and the pipes in the houses and whatever, and then you don't have water. But this is something altogether different. So I don't know. That was the other thing were talking about. People are buying up water. Water and toilet paper seems to be the big thing. So I don't understand it. I don't know. I'm just going to do what they say. I'm just going to stay put, away from people, away from any crowds, or I'm keeping 6 feet from anybody that I do come in contact with. If I go to the barn and that, 6 feet. And I'm just not going to the grocery store or any place where there's lots of people. So no thrifting. I can't go to Goodwill. Our Goodwill so far is still open. They're closing a lot of things. Somebody said that one of their little thrift stores in town is closing till this all blows over, or they get a handle on it. So I don't know. I'm so lucky I have Bumblebee. And that box she sent yesterday was really great. So I'm set for a week or two anyway. And I can always source in my house. I have loads of stuff here. Not so much clothes, but other things. So that is about it. I am shocked that no one is here. There's got to be something wrong here. When I close, I'm going to try to see if this actually came on and broadcast, or if I did something horribly wrong. And if it didn't, I will try and do it again. Because it said go live, and I did, so. Anyway, I'm going to end the broadcast. Sorry I missed y'all. You'll see me on the repeat. And I will be back with another YouTube video sometime hopefully before Wednesday. Wednesday is the next scheduled one at 1. Wednesday at 1. I'm always on Wednesdays at 1, Sundays at 4. So, and it was 4 that I came on. So anyway, I'm going to close for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye.